Problems for Kickstart Kenny, problems for Suzuki. Hey everybody, Walty Wanders, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So Kickstart Kenny, welcome to the swimming pool. Today we're going to examine the good, the bad, and maybe even a little bit of the ugly.
No, Walty, not the ugly. Only report on rainbows and sunshine.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the ruts. And we got some big ruts out there for Suzuki. Listen, here's the thing, friends. We've talked about this before. Suzuki was on literal life support before Kickstart Kenny came on. The paddles were on the chest of Suzuki. These guys were in deep trouble. I mean, case in point, they are lagging behind in their development so extremely they can't even throw the electric start, which has got to be coming now because of Kickstart Kenny. But I mean, these guys are ready to fold it up and end their motocross, professional supercross motocross program. It was being shelved. It was on the 11th hour when Kickstart Kenny came along. And listen, let's just be honest. When you're a rider of Kickstart Kenny's caliber, you're not riding the Suzuki because you wanted to, Kenny. We know this. You're riding it because you got paid to. And there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, you got an agent negotiating deals, and your job is well, I know his job. His job's to push you to the deal that pays the most because he gets paid more if you get paid more. Now, you've done a phenomenal job with that Suzuki, but what I saw at World Supercross has me a little bit concerned, and here's why, my friends. Kickstart Kenny, I saw one of those like, how was your weekend kind of interviews with Kenny, and he wouldn't even stop and give the interview. He was marching mad back to wherever he was going, maybe the pits or his semi or his motor coach or wherever he's going, and he was talking as he was giving the interview, and he was pretty much complaining about the bike, accepting zero responsibility in terms of owning it himself, that I saw, if we're reading between the lines and looking between the ruts. And listen, it's clear, it even is surfaced that he in fact was saying the bike, we couldn't get it set up right, blah, 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 whatever the case is. And I'm really sick of it, and I know you guys are too. I see a lot of guys on social media, Instagram, like pretty much, we had a bad weekend, not the weekend we were hoping for, blah, blah, blah. Excuse, dude, listen, we get it, man. It's gnarly out there. It's competitive. You're forced to ride maybe equipment with limited testing. If you're Kickstart Kenny, dude, you made your bed. It's time to lay in it. But the reality is this. I mean, you had the chance. You could have taken less money and rode a better bike. You went for the payday. You've made your bed. But I'm a little concerned because here's why. These are how relationships get strained and fractured and contracts potentially broken or some kind of exit strategy. You might just be like, hey, man, I pulled something. I can't race this weekend. You know, whatever you can do. Now, there's guaranteed money in there and there's performance-based incentives in there as well. So you get paid when you're on the track. My guess is you're going to continue to suit up and show up and ride that bike because that's what you've been paid to do. And in order to get full execution of that payment, that's exactly what you got to do. But here's the thing, man. Like I said, even if you had put him on the same exact bike as Eli, does Kenny have anything for Eli? He doesn't. Eli is just a better rider. It's not by much. Well, it could be. That's open for interpretation. But I believe, you could put those two on exact bikes. And Eli, you can give Kenny a head start. You could put Kenny on the Star Racing Yamaha and give him a first place start and Eli a fifth place start. And I bet you in at least a longer main, Eli chases you down and beats you. Now, if the planets align, like we saw in Supercross when you brought Suzuki a win, which is in fact what breathed additional life into the program and garnished you the renewal of your contract, another hefty payday. If the planets align, clearly you can win on the bike. You've shown that, in fact, to be the case. So kudos to you. Kenny, listen, Kenny, Kickstart. Listen, I gave you that name. I was the first guy to name you Kickstart, and I love the fact that you embraced it and ran with it. Because what else can you do? What else can you do? We know you took that ride because it was probably the best offer. I'm sure you liked the bike. You tested it. You're like, I'm comfy. I rode one of these before. Fine. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say maybe you did that. But I know the money was equally as big. Kenny, we actually love you, dude. We need you out there. We love and dude, get pissed off. It is fine. And even get pissed off at the bike. We get it. But the reality is this, dude. Eli has you covered no matter what bike you're on. I'm sorry. It's just, we're going to pull it. In fact, we did pull it on the community page. If you're new, get subscribed, please. Put on your open face and a fresh pair of tear-offs and head over to the community page of the YouTube channel and participate in some of the polling and take a lap around the comments and do a little bench racing. Kenny, Eli, we asked it, like, is Eli a better rider or on a better bike, or is it both? And it was both, man. He's on a better bike and he's a better rider. It was overwhelming. Here, let's take a screenshot of that poll. There you go. Kenny, you probably know this. Now, I know you're a competitor, you're an ex-champion, but you're clearly in the, twilight of your career. You're at the tail end. It's your job now to cash in. You have clearly done that with Suzuki, but the way I saw the frustration, and I know the bike was probably what I saw the frustration was with the bike. It got shipped overseas, limited testing, whatever the case may be. You were forced to deal with a bike that was subpar. But I believe even on premier equipment, I don't know if you beat Eli unless you have a little help doing it. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. Kenny boy, welcome back to the swimming pool, my brother. The waters are getting a little bit shark infested, and beast mode is the biggest shark in the tank at the moment, and he's probably going to run away with this thing and have it covered. But know that we are in fact cheering for you and understand your frustration. Hopefully you guys can get this ironed out and get this deal to the finish line before you move on. But in the meantime, Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, gonna love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.